Okay, so before you start, I would recommend blow drying your hair nice and smooth, and then also popping a nice wave through your hair, because the wave that you put in before you do your style is going to be the wave that you have in your ponytail. Next, section out the front area where you want to have some pieces which are going to fall around the face to keep your ponytail looking nice and soft. Then you're going to grab some sections behind that and backcomb the root area. So you only need to focus through the top part of this, because that is the part that is going to give you the volume through the top and the crown. Gently backcomb it and then hairspray each section as you go. When you backcomb your hair, make sure you're only focusing on the root area, because that's where you want the volume. Again, hairspray the sections as you go. I like to use a flexible hairspray, that way it's not rock hard and it's easy to brush out if you need it. I also like to use a tail comb to do this, as I find it's easier to use, and you can use the end of the tail comb to help, you know, finish the hair off, rather than a brush, because a brush can brush out a little bit too much of it. You can use a brush if you only have that, but I recommend using a tail comb if you've got it. Then you push all the hair back and then gently use the tail comb to smooth over the top layer so you can't see any of the tease. Next, you need to get a clear hair tie. A little elastic works best. Then you need to section the hair, pretty much half of your hair back. So you're going to make 2 ponytails. So the first section, you can either just split it in half or go from just behind the ear and sort of go up just a little bit to the middle of the head, and that's going to become your first ponytail. Use your comb to gently brush the hair into it. You also want it to look a little bit messy, so don't worry about trying to make it look too smooth. You can always mess it up after you've got it in the elastic as well. So get your elastic and then tie your first ponytail in quite tight, because you need quite a bit of tension, but you also don't want to make it flat. So just ensure that you're not flattening that top crown section down. Like I said before, you can pull out the hair from the ponytail so it's not like really tight on your head. So now you're going to create a second ponytail, and you use your second elastic and tie up the bottom half of the hair in the second ponytail. You can make this one really nice and firm, because it doesn't matter how tight you do this one, because it's mainly the top one that you don't want to tie too tight, because you want to maintain that volume. So by creating 2 ponytails, this gives you more body through the back and makes your ponytail look extra thick. After that, you get a third elastic and you tie both ponytails together. So this also makes your ponytail sit up a little bit higher by doing that. Once you have that in, you can start to go through with your finishing touches. Pull out little sections of hair around the face, because you want that front bit to look nice and soft. Apply hairspray where you need. Now, next, you need to grab a small section of hair from underneath the ponytail, because this is what's going to cover the elastics that we've just put in. Get 2 bobby pins and wrap that around and then pin that in place. trick with bobby pins is don't open it too wide and then shove it in the hair, because what happens is it takes in too much hair and then the bobby pin will actually slip out. So you only want to open the bobby pin enough just to take in the amount of hair that you're trying to put in it, and then you literally just push it into the hair. Next, grab your tail comb and section the top section of your ponytail and back comb a little bit at the root of that, because then that is going to make your ponytail sit up fuller and make it look thicker. So I generally do maybe 3 or 4 sections at the root of the pony and put a little bit of hairspray in it as well, because then that's going to help hold the tease. You can use the end part of the tail comb to gently brush through the hair, so you're not brushing out the curl too much. Apply a little bit more hairspray to create extra fullness and to also hold the curl. And then if you want to touch up the area around the face, grab your GHD or hair straightener and then just fix up the curls through the front. You can also add a little bit of a wave into the smaller sections as well that you've pulled out. Fluff up the front area, make it nice and full, and then if you need to fix any pieces or make it any higher through the crown, you can also use the end of your tail comb to lift it up. And that's about it, guys. It's pretty easy. A little tip is just try not to make it too perfect, because you want it to look a little bit textured and messy. I hope you all enjoy.